Thank you, Chair. Possibly Mr Hoffman, you might be able to help me out with this one. With regards to these platforms like Hireup and Mable, particularly when we're facing thin markets with regards to service provision, what kind of benefits to the choice and control provisions of the NDIS do these platforms provide?
Well, I think that's a good opportunity, and we're seeing participants wanting to exercise choice and control, wanting to make a direct personal choice of the person who provides services to them. And the innovation that some of these platforms provide is an example of that in terms of being able to pre-screen and contact the person who may be attending your home to provide the service. So rather than requiring a provider to have employed people to be present in that particular neighbourhood or that particular town, the platforms do provide an ability to match supply and demand.
What do you think would be the issues faced by service provision in the NDIS workforce, particularly those in the lower skilled tasks that people quite often get assistance with, for example, shopping or community participation and guidance that's not requiring high levels of necessary skill? If there was a push for a reunionisation or a minimum qualification of Cert 3 or Cert 4 for these sorts of roles, what do you think would be the impact on the market, the availability of service providers and support workers?
Senator, I'd have to say that questions about the impact of unionisation or the impact of mandatory qualifications, I'm probably not the best person to address those questions for you. They go to other areas of policy responsibility.
And Ms. Wills just joined us at the table.
So I just want to be clear, is that the question just been asked, if I understood correctly from the Senator, that there is a problem with people making a decision to be a member of a union?
No,
because there may be a cost involved?
No, Senator
people may
Sheldon,
get minimum
and it's
rights and
line with
conditions.
I'm just running a parallel conversation with regards to the issues of ensuring people aren't able to use gig platforms and gig economies, which might devastate the support workers market. So it's about choice and control on both sides. If someone wants to join a union, Senator Sheldon, they're more than welcome. If someone doesn't want to join a union or work for a big service provider, they're more than welcome to do that. And participants are more than able to exercise their own choice and control in who they hire to provide their services. And that may very well be someone who decides to work independently and go through a higher matching platform.
And get paid half
so
the minimum
I'm asking
wage
the question,
and
Senator Sheldon, I'm asking the question, what would be the impact on the market, which we already know is thin when it comes to service providers and particularly small independent workers that provide quite often flexible workplaces for themselves in their own hours that they choose to work with their clients. What would be the impact on the market and the availability of those workers should they face compulsory unionisation, compulsory minimum levels of certification?
Thank you, Senator. Catherine Rule, Deputy Secretary, Disability and Carers. There's currently more than 400,000 NDIS participants, and they receive support from providers who employ more than 270,000 workers. We're anticipating by around 2024 we'll need an additional 83,000 workers to service NDIS participants. So it's really important that there's a mixed model of employment because, as you know, there are different types of support that people need through the NDIS. We estimate currently around 178,000 workers provide support in people's homes, 63,900 workers provide support in the community, and almost 20,000 allied health workers. And obviously each of those cohorts will have to grow. And so having different models of employment for different providers actually is a critical part of being able to staff the scheme.
Yeah, so not only for the choice and control of what people want to utilise, but the fact we actually need more support workers, not less, not making it harder for people to actually participate in the program, both as a support worker and someone who needs to utilise their services. It's better that we do have both big providers and also things that are more innovative, like these matching platforms.
Yes, Senator.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks, Chair.
Senator Steele.